What's going on, guys? So, if you read the title of the video, yeah, it's true. So, today I went and watched the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie a day early. It's supposed to come out tomorrow, but my theater here in town had it available for today, so uh, me and my brother went and watched it today, and so this is a spoiler-free. I'm not going to be telling any spoilers about what happens in the movie itself, but I do want to talk about a couple things regarding the movie for anyone who is planning on going to watch it. Right off the bat, I honestly think they could have set it as an R-rated movie. If I'm being completely honest, there was a lot of stuff that could have been like, yeah, that could definitely have been an R-rated, like something to warrant it. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, it was super good. And of course, as we all know, if you've watched the trailers, there is a cameo. There is actually a second YouTuber cameo. So I'm not gonna spoil who it is, but just yeah, it's crazy. It was super awesome to see, um, and it made me just happy. I'll just put it there. It made me happy seeing it, um, and definitely gonna probably watch it. Give it another watch, because obviously when you go back and watch a movie, there's stuff that you miss the first time around. So definitely gonna go back and watch it again and see if there's anything that I might have missed. But I did actually have a funny story, a funny story that happened. This actually has nothing to do with the Five Nights at Freddy's. This happened in the movie theater, but this wasn't Five Nights at Freddy's related. So, for the first 15 minutes of the movie, 15 minutes, right off the bat, we could tell something was wrong, and that is because for the first 15 minutes of the movie, the theater was playing an entirely different movie, and nobody was saying anything. We were all just kind of like looking around like, what the hell are we watching right now? And I don't know what it was. Like, I literally looked it up. Like, I tried looking up, because I have an app that has a whole bunch of like movies from that are playing in the theater, and it's like a jailbroken type app or whatever. But literally, well, I mean, it's not jailbroken because I paid money to have it, I guess. So I guess technically not illegal. And it's offered on the actual Play Store, so I guess not actually illegal. But literally, I went to the tab that shows some of the movies that are in theater currently, and I clicked on a couple of the ones that I thought it could have been, and literally none of them. It was none of them. So I have no clue what the movie was that played for us for the first 15 minutes. I'm going to try my best to describe it, and if anybody knows what this movie is, or if they have heard of it, or anything like that, please let me know, because honestly, I was starting to get invested in it in the first 15 minutes of this random-ass movie. I did not know what was going on in the movie, but I genuinely want to know how it ends now. So if you guys know what the movie is, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, so the movie starts off, it's like the middle of nowhere. It's like a desert-y type, farmland type setting, and there's like a lady driving in her car, and she pulls off to this house. There's like a big like silo, like barn type deal. And she pulled over to the side, and I guess she's talking to like her dad or whatever. And that's the thing, is like the movie wasn't even interesting, but I just want to know how it ends. I don't know. I feel like I wasn't paying attention that much because it was kind of boring in the beginning. But yeah, she's talking with his dad, and the dad was saying how like the car sounded really bad as it was driving up the road. She should get it fixed, all that stuff. Just trying to like talk to her, and he seemed like he was kind of like a dick about everything. Which I didn't know why. I was like, why is he being such a dick? What the heck? And then, she asks if someone or whatever was home, and he said yes, so she goes over to the house. No, she goes over to her car and pulls out like a little, like a kid's, bike, like a little girl's, bike, and is bringing it, and the dad was like, oh, what brought you into town? And she was like, oh, there has to be a reason, I guess. And then after that, when she took the bike, the dad was like, oh, that bike is too big. And then she just kept walking towards the house and whatnot, and pretty much a bunch of people come outside. There's a girl holding a baby. There's another guy who looks like a fucking weird ass redneck dude, and literally both of them, as soon as they see the bike, they're like, oh, that bike's too big. And the baby is literally like 2. This bike looks like it's made for like a 6-year-old. And the girl who has the bike is like, oh, she'll grow into it, it's all good, you know. And then pretty much like they talk for a little bit. I don't even remember what they're talking about. And then she just gets off and drives away. And then she takes like a whole handful of like pills or whatever. And then she smokes a blunt. And then cop comes over. She's pulled off on the side of the road, but a cop pulls her over. Apparently she knows the cop. And then like after a while, the movie just like cut out. And then before the movie cut out, there was a scene where the girl was talking with her dad, and she was like, yeah, I don't even remember the kid's name. I think his name, it started with a J, but it was like Julian or something, or it was like, yeah, or something like Jody. She's like, yeah, I want Jody's name on the house. And she was like, yeah, I want Jody's name to be on the house. And then the dad was like, no, because you're not family or whatever. Family doesn't fucking abandon each other. And so, yeah, then it cut, and that's when she was smoking in the car, if I'm remembering. And then, yeah, when she's talking to the cop, literally the whole screen goes black, and then one of the workers from the theater comes in and is like, sorry guys, that was the wrong movie, we're gonna play the right one now. And then we're all like, what the hell? And then everyone started laughing because I was like, what the fuck? I was like, does he get the house? Like, I'm invested now. What the fuck happens? And everyone just started laughing because I was like, so does the kid get the fucking house? Like, what? I want to know the drama. It's getting good. And everyone's like, yeah, bring that movie back. So while they're literally playing the commercials to the actual Five Nights at Freddy's movie, we're literally not even paying attention to any of the commercials. We are all on our phones trying to figure out what the fuck movie we just sat and watched for 15 minutes with zero context. So If any of you know what movie I am talking about, like anything at all, please, please let me know so I can find this movie and watch it, because I looked on the movie theater website and it doesn't exist. I don't know what movie it was. I literally don't. So yeah, that was my little experience with our movie theater. It was super random and super hilarious, and yeah, it was definitely super fun. A lot of the people that I was sitting around, they weren't with my group, but they were just people that were sitting in proximity with me. A lot of them were super cool. Honestly, a lot of people were talking back and forth across the, well, during the actual FNAF movie. A lot of people were talking back and forth, which is what I really like about the Five Nights at Freddy's fan base, is everyone is just so chill. You know, like, we were just like, nobody was getting all butthurt because we're like, oh, that's from this game, you know, like everyone was kind of like talking here and there. Obviously, we weren't talking like super loud, but it was just so cool to be able to experience the movie in theater. Honestly, if you do plan on watching the movie, I don't think that you should wait until it is out of theater. Or it's either that, or I don't think you should watch it on Peacock. I know it is streaming on Peacock, but just bite the bullet, just pay the money for the ticket and go watch it in the theater. It is going to be so much better watching it in the theater than in your living room, unless you happen to have like an in-home theater, which most people don't. So yeah, it's such a good movie, and I recommend everyone go watch it. Solid 10 out of 10 movie, and I look forward to the second one, because I think I heard news that they were planning on making at least 3 of these Five Nights at Freddy's movies, maybe more, depending on how good this first one does, and possibly the second one. So, yeah, more info on that as we hear it, I suppose. But, yeah, for now, that is all that I have for
We've received reports from the Neverwinter Guard that
thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed my little rant talking about the
campaign project,
talking about the movie and the random movie that I didn't know that I was going to be watching, be sure to hit a like on the video. Let me know if you honestly liked this type of like rant story time video. I actually have a whole bunch of like other like random story type stuff that I could tell. So if you guys want to hear some of my random stories, I might make this a series, a little like story time type deal. So just kind of let me know. Yeah. Thank you all for watching.
The Fae and Undead Army isn't something you can just fight out.
And keep it crispy, guys.
There are many ways to craft illusions.